We are officially live, and we're going to talk about how owning $500 worth of XRP could change your life, plus some of the things you actually do need to be paying attention and preparing for, because apparently the worst months of crypto are August and September. So we're going to go ahead and cover that, but I've got like hair in my nose right now. And I'm also trying to go live on TikTok at the same time. But one of the things I wanted to talk about is some of these ridiculous articles that we're starting to see. And yeah, we use clickbait on this channel. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? But thank you guys so much for joining back to the O Show, everything crypto, every single day. If you guys don't know, I'm WendyO. This is what I do. It's a lot of fun over here. We do a lot of educational stuff, but we shoot the S sometimes. Also, we got to give a shout out to all our channel members. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Good morning to Mr. Legend, Mr. Dale, Mr. R, Timothy, Alpha Junkies, Mr. R again, gorgeous Julian. Again, if you guys have not subscribe to Julie's channel. She also runs a YouTube channel. She's very easy on the eyes. I know. But she does good work, and it's always good to support other people in the industry. And it's also really good to hear different perspectives, because one of the biggest problems we have in society is we have all of these like really closed-minded people that just like lose it when they hear something that's different than their opinion. And we don't want that. They want to know why we don't want that. And this is probably one of the most important things that a lot of us did not learn growing up. Okay. Didn't learn. Thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate the $4.99 super chat. Is accountability. Not only accountability, to take accountability for your actions, number one, but number two, to hear a perspective that is different than yours. And this applies to investing. This will also help you become a better crypto investor, a better crypto trader, and just a better person in life. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because we're supposed to be talking about crypto, right? Well, because it plays a big role in it. So we all thought that this altcoin season was going to look a little bit different than how it is now. And so there's a lot of people that are freaking out. People are upset. People are mad. There's, numbers not appreciating as fast as we want it to. But at the same time, we tend to listen to the same voices over and over and over and over and over again. And that's great. Come back to the channel. Keep hearing me. But I also want to challenge you to go hear somebody else that has a different perspective. Maybe let's say you're balls to the walls deep on XRP. Go listen to somebody else's channel that is not a big XRP fan. Why? Well, because you might learn something. And it's not necessarily being around bad energy, and it's not necessarily like, listening to them be hateful or whatnot. It's more so that so you can maybe understand why they don't like it or whatever project that you like, and then possibly learn something from it. And it might help you become a better trader or investor. So that's the moral of the story. That's the moral of the story. But anyways, thank you guys so much for the birthday wishes from Lo. She's my baby. She's my baby. Oh, you like my hair? This is all natural. It's all natural. Oh my gosh, there's Eric. And there's Mr. Gamer. Good morning, good morning. All right, let's go ahead and get into the news, okay? So, Crypto Wendy, you so bad. Happy birthday. I had a horrible birthday, but you guys made it. You guys made it better. Made it better. All right, let's go ahead and get into the news because there's a lot happening. So the markets right now are in green. We love to see it. M is up, XLM, Mint, Hex, C, all kinds of stuff. And this is great. But realistically, when we take a look at the entire market, which we're going to talk about we'll do the markets first today, and then we're going to start to cover the news, okay? We had really great support at this bottom area at about 112, 111,000. And this was denoted on our chart back over here. Back over here on the weekly. Where is it? Sorry, I'm like a different place right now. And the reason why I had $111,000 denoted here is because this swing wick high that occurred 5/19/2025, and then this swing wick high that occurred 6/9/2025. Swing wick highs are incredibly important. When we zoom into the daily, we can see the candles close over here. And these areas act as very important, either support or resistance. In this case, support. So price dropped all the way down to 111 and we bounced back up. And now we're in a consolidation range, and taking a look at market cipher, we look good. So while Bitcoin goes sideways, altcoins are kind of confused right now, and again, this market is a lot different than what we've seen before, but that's okay. If you can figure out right now, if you excel in trading or you excel at holding, that is going to help you so much. For example, Eric and Gamer are both wonderful traders. They are in and out of positions like crazy. Okay. Most of my other audience members were better at just kind of holding or swinging. Not like that, but you know what I mean? Like swing trading. I'm a better swing trader. Okay. But moral of the story is I'm learning to do what I'm better at. And you should do that too. And it's not a bad thing if you can't trade. Not at all. Not at all. But moral of the story is we had a gnarly move down from 120 down to 111, which was crucial support, and we popped back up. Now, taking a look at Ethereum held on at 3,500, which seems to be our key area of support. We're back up. Solana, not as strong, but doing a little bit better. I actually have to redo this chart eventually, but this is actually really nice recovery over here, and we actually are in an uptrend with Solana, so this looks good. Again, Solana is a great Ethereum competitor. Then we've got Sui. Sui's up, not as strong as Ethereum. XRP is up. We're back above $3.04. We had that little drop down to 274, which wasn't really fun. And we're going to get into this article that came out about owning $500 worth of XRP. And as always, I don't give you guys financial advice, okay? I think that that's silly. I tell you what I'm doing, and I want you to hear what I say, but listen to yourself. Also, too, if you'd like to trade with me, we've got Femex down below for you degenerates. We've got Kraken for those of you who like to spot trade. And we also have Dame.io, they're licensed financial advisors. So do what works for you. All this stuff's on my website. So XRP is recovering nicely. Chainlink is trying to break back above 1751. Cardano is a little bit sluggish. We've got some Cardano news, but it's still going up. HBAR is going up as well. But again, we're kind of just in this area over here. And overall, the market's just kind of doing its thing. Nothing too incredibly great, fun, exciting. But let's go ahead and talk about some stories that are coming out with the markets and what we should be paying attention to. And another thing we want to talk about, should you be buying the dips? Should you be buying the dips? Should you? Should you buy the dips? Are you over leveraged? Are you investing more than you're making? Do you understand the risks? Do you have a profit taking area? How long do you plan to hold? What is your trading strategy? Those types of things. Those types of things. That's what I want you to ask you. Or that's what I want you guys to ask yourself. Should you be buying more? Does it make sense to buy more? Me personally, the only asset I think that it's to buy more of that's okay for me to buy more of would be Bitcoin, primarily because the institutions are in like crazy, and it is a true finite asset. There's only 21 million ever made. But other than that, should you be buying more altcoins? Or did you accumulate enough? Think about that. That's what I want. That's what I want to know from you. That's what I want you guys to comment, because I read your guys' comments. I do my best to respond to them. I try not to respond to the negative ones, because what's the point? There's not a point. David says, yes, I'm long-term, so buy every dip. Okay. If you understand the risks there, that's fine. Tracy says, yes. Just as long as you guys understand the dips or understand how the market works and you guys understand how to invest properly, and you're okay. You're not like, if you're somebody that's getting crazy emotional with these markets right now, you maybe not want to buy. And Eric did bring up a good point. Infinite Bitcoin paper, though. That's true. But we'll talk about that on another show. Anyways, let's get into the other news. Should you buy $500 worth of Ripple or XRP? Well, according to US Today, XRP is the smartest cryptocurrency to buy with $500 right now. First and foremost, that's financial advice, brother. That is financial advice, brothers and sisters. No way. Should you buy $500 worth of XRP? XRP was labeled the smartest crypto to invest $500 in right now by The Motley Fool, which was published in the USA Today. USA Today receives 106 million visits per month. Main argument in the article that XRP's utility in cross-border payments and real-world use case. It says Trump admin and the Genius Act are seen as pro-crypto, improving XRP's growth environment. I can agree with that. RLUSD mentioned as a future value driver, even though most of its current volume runs on Ethereum. That's an interesting take. That's a very, very interesting take, because remember we talked about some XRP FUD, or excuse me, Ripple FUD the other week, and that FUD was that there's not a whole lot of volume on XRPL, so there's a lot of people that are concerned about it. But remember, RLUSD runs on Ethereum and XRPL. And it seems that Ethereum is almost the chosen one. Now, would I buy a $500 worth of XRP right now? Personally, no, because I've got enough. I don't need to buy anymore. But if I was somebody that wanted to buy a more XRP, or any asset for that matter, I would look at two different approaches. Number one, dollar cost averaging. And number two, setting limit orders and letting those get hit. But the moral of this story is it's not really about buying XRP or not. It is because XRP is really the second most popular cryptocurrency in the entire world. Again, I got over 1.1 million followers on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, X, and some other ones. And that's what you guys want to hear. You guys care about XRP and you guys care about Bitcoin. So if you want to buy more, that's your business. But this is what's going on right now. And another thing, too, to note, as far as Ripple goes, we covered the story over the weekend, but banks have invested over $100 billion in blockchain infrastructure since 2020. And this is a report from Ripple. And this basically shows, like, the fact that banks are investing $100 billion in blockchain over the last 5 years kind of tells you what you already need to know. Pay attention to what the banks are paying attention to. And that's why when we talk about, like, when there are people like, Wendy, what should we get? What should we get? X, Y, and Z. I do have nice olive oil skin. Yes, I'm Italian. I got really good tan lines. I'm not going to show them all to you, but look at. Moral of the story is, I forgot where I was getting at because I was showing you all my skin. I got really cute jeans. Actually, I want to show you guys the jeans. Hold on. So I got these jeans for $9 at the Goodwill, and they're so cute. They're so cute. My little butt, my little cake. It always looks funny because the way the angle I am, but they're cute. They're little bells and whatever. And they're from a brand called Moo, which is really expensive, but I love them. They're so cute, and they're made for short people because I'm 5'1". But I like them. They're fun. Anyways, let's get back into it. Let's talk about what's going on with the crypto markets right now, because 3 key events in August that could move the crypto market. Right now, these two, and Gamer said it too, August and September are generally not good performing months for crypto. They're not. Bell-bottom blues, baby. And if you know that song, you know. But these next 2 months might be rough. And we're seeing it. We're seeing on all different ends. I'm like, this morning I woke up and I got some sad messages and I'm just like feeling a little sad. But then I remember why I'm here. I remember what it is I do to be patient. Yes, I will be in. Yes, Jason, I'm sorry. I will be in Vegas for Rare Evo. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. I'll be there. Am I dating myself? Hell yeah. I really am enjoying being alone right now. It's really, really nice. Very, very nice. I got my baby. Got my little baby. My little stinky person. My little 9-year-old. She was reading that book, by the way, Bitcoin Miners, which is a really, really great book for kids. Really, really great. Yes, Eric Clapton. Yeah. Let's go ahead and finish getting into the news. So let's talk about what's going on with the markets, okay? So 3 key events in August that could move the crypto market. Ripple versus SEC update August 15th. So put that in your calendar. Joint legal status report is due with a potential $50 million settlement. Remember, the lawsuit is basically over. The SEC just needs to sign off on it. US CPI data due August 13th. July inflation could sway Fed rate cut expectations. Cooler CPI may boost crypto. Hotter print could weigh in on risk assets. Jackson Hole Sump August 21 through 23rd. Powell to outline policy outlook. Dovish tone may boost crypto and hawkish tone could strengthen dollar. And remember, we're dealing with these crazy interest rates right now. This story also came out too, and people are saying we're not in a recession, which is probably the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I lived through 2008 recession, baby. I know. Where is that? Right here? Yes. I said, we're not in a recession. U.S. banks are now sitting on $413 billion in unrealized losses as Q1 of 2025. If you understand, Gamer's a masochist. Is that what it calls me, like pain? But you guys understand when the bank is having issues, when the bank has all these unrealized losses right now, where's the money going to come from? Whose money is going to go in there? So basically these banks force you to deposit your money. They take that money, they reinvest it. They pay you like 0.5% or something serious. And then they're in unrealized, they're losing money. They're losing your money. They're losing your money. So yeah, we're in a recession, but everything's fine, right? Everything's fine, right? But again, these events are going to be incredibly important. So we got August 15th, August 13th, and August 21st through 23rd. So pay attention to those dates. And then the next story over here, this is from Cointelegraph. Bitcoin historically, August and September have been red months, and this is for Bitcoin. This chart over here is really cool. It shows all of the different years, and it shows August and September. And it looks like, you know, I am looking at this right here and just looking between the red and the green, but it is looking like we're down. So I'm going to anticipate a negative month for August and September. Okay, that's what I'm going to anticipate. Now, with that being said, I'm going to need to analyze this a little bit more and see. So the bull market, 2021 and 20, okay, this was when the bull market was going crazy, 2020, 2021. So this makes sense. Well, actually, August was good, but September was not. So that's interesting. I'm going to need to reanalyze this. And then October was good. So basically, right now, I would just wait for October. That's what I would do. That's what is looking like we're going to happen. Think good things are going to happen. And also, too, you guys know that we do partner with Brave. And when we do partner with Brave, oh, thank you so much, A, for the $20 super chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. $20 super chat. Guess where that's going to go to today? That's going to go to take me and Lo. We're going to go get a little snacky snack. Because we're going to do snackies. We're going to do fun stuff. Because I got to go to Rare Evo this week. So I hope to see you guys there. But when I go to Rare Evo, I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be gone Wednesday through Monday. So I got to make sure I spoil my baby. It's okay. I'll do a little spoil her. Yeah, Mr. R, normally take off the August. Yeah, October will be better. October will be better, in my opinion. Now, you guys know we're partnered with Brave, and the type of partnership we have with Brave is they don't pay me, I don't pay them, we just shill each other. But the Brave team is going to also be at Rare Evo. So if you would like to chat with them and talk to them, definitely do it. But Brave is a privacy browser. They also have a VPN, and we're starting to see a lot more malicious attacks happen online, just basically by clicking something or doing something. People aren't getting hacked. It's just crazy stuff is happening. So OPSEC is going to be incredibly important for you. I highly recommend you download Brave, and we've got the link down there and we got the link up there. So all good, all good, all good. And now, since we're going to be talking about Rare Evo, let me skip over a couple things really quickly. Let me go to our HBAR stuff, because the Hedera team is going to be there too. Hold on. That's ONDO. That's chainlink. Here we go. So from Rare Evo, it's just 1 week away. It's going to be next week. Their link is down below, and the link is also going to be on my website, CryptoWendyO.com. You guys should go there anyways to check all my official socials. But these are all the companies that are going to be there: Solana, Cardano, Multiverse, Apex, Algorand. Shout out to Algorand, Hedera. And I highly recommend networking and chatting with Hedera, and I'm going to explain to you why. So yes, Hedera Foundation is a partner of the channel, but one of the things I do want to say about them is that they've got a foundation. So if you want to build a project or you want to learn about AI or different things that they have, they've got so many different resources. And projects that have foundations, number one, means they care about the community, and number two means that they want to continue to expand and grow. So if you have an idea or you want to learn to code or all these different things, get in with these communities. Why wouldn't you? So I think the Hedera Foundation is great for that. I've heard nothing but positive feedback from them. So the team will be there, chat with them. Also, too, we talked about this weekend, but real world assets, HBAR is trending number 3. I like to look at projects, RWAs, DeFi, and AI. Hedera checks all those boxes. And I actually hold most of the stuff that's on this little list over here, the bigger stuff. So. And then also, too, this was just a reminder that Hedera was listed on the in the White House report that came out for crypto. Yep, we love Bonzo, we love HBAR, we love Hedera. So again, projects that are probably listed there, you might want to pay attention to, and they're available on Robinhood and Kraken. They are. But let's go ahead and get back into and this is the reason why we covered it today, was more so about Rare Evo. As I'm going to be there, and it's in Vegas. You guys should go. But let's go ahead and talk a little bit about, we talked about Bitcoin, we talked about these next 2 months being potentially rough. But the funny thing is, Eric Trump is at it again. Let me say it again: buy the dips on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And he quote tweeted this from February 2025, and that's when the market snuked. So that's interesting stuff right there. But hey, we're just here. Also, too, I want to tell you about a couple Bitcoin companies, strategic companies. They're adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet. And then we got more altcoin news. So hold on, stick around for that. Public companies bought over 2.5 billion Bitcoin last week. Everybody wants to catch Sailor. Paper Bitcoin, over leveraged, but it's happening. That's an asset that companies are interested in. Watcher Guru. Metaplanet buys another 463 Bitcoin worth 53 million. They now hold 17,595 worth 2 billion. Oh, that one doesn't exist. And then just a quick little note over here. This gentleman ended, James Howell, and his 12-year search for lost Bitcoin hard drive. I believe there's about $10 billion worth of Bitcoin on there, or there's 8,000 Bitcoin there, and is worth 950 million. So he ended his search. And this is a friendly reminder, not your keys, not your coins. Okay. Not your keys, not your coins. Now with ONDO. ONDO is another RWA project. Okay. They're talking about Ethereum. So we have large companies buying Bitcoin. And now we have a company, ONDO Finance, that is working very closely with BlackRock. Ethereum runs 24/7, 365, securing over 400 billion in assets, the bedrock of decentralized finance, a perfect starting point for ONDO's tokenized stocks and ETFs. And the interesting thing about this right here is that earlier when we were talking about XRP or RLUSD, there are more transactions of RLUSD on Ethereum, not RLUSD or not XRPL. So this is what traditional finance is looking at. Ethereum. Will Solana, SUI, HBAR, some of the other coins of these other layer ones, will they directly compete? Yes, they can. But right now, that's where it is with Ethereum. Hey, I'm just reporting the news. Now, Chainlink. There were 8 integrations of the Chainlink standard across 4 services, 11 different chains: Arbitrum, Avalanche, Base, BNB Chain, Bob, Ethereum, Hyperliquid, Solana, Polygon, Plume, and XDC Network. New integrations include Eden Hero. I don't know what the hell whatever the hell these things are over here. So if you want to learn more about the Chainlink ecosystem, but again, Chainlink is one of the projects that I have no problem buying more of, just because number one, it was listed in the White House crypto report, and number two, DeFi really can't thrive without CCIP technology and oracles and those types of things. Okay, so that's just me. Now let's get into Cardano a little bit. Okay, so apparently with Cardano, there's some stuff. Cardano community approved 70 million core dev budget, boosting ADA prospects. Now, what does this mean? Let's talk about it. Because there's always a lot of issues with Cardano. Always a lot of issues. They're a community, and again, they have a really great foundation too. So their community approved 70 million grant to input-output engineering for major network upgrades, key updates, L2 scaling, node redesign, and dev onboarding. Goals are to improve speed, cost, increase dev activity, and ADA demand. So we'll see how that works out. But again, I do hold Cardano. I do hold ADA. Another interesting indicator. Pump.fund hits lowest monthly revenue in 2025 as meme coins lose steam. Well, the interesting thing about that is that a lot of these coins have moved over to Bonk. Solana-based meme coin launchpad Bonk Fund has surpassed Ethereum revenue in 7 days. So Pump.fund's money is moving to Bonk.fund, and a lot of people think that that's where it is. Now, with that being said, let's get into it. Should you be trading meme coins right now? That's up to you. That's a personal opinion. Really. We've got like 1,000 people watching live across all platforms right now, so thank you. I'm not playing with meme coins because I don't want to round trip my bags. If you're good enough at it, do it. I'm not doing it though. Sorry, my nose is like all cuckoo today. No cuckoo. Anyways, that's what's going on with that. Another interesting titty bitty we got to cover over here is from Binance. Okay. I want to remind you guys, we do partner with Binance to bring awareness to some of the things that's going on with them, but they have just got such a really great educational aspect to them section. What is a stablecoin? A beginner's guide on where and how to buy stablecoins. Stablecoins in the future of online payments. Are stablecoins safe haven of crypto? Protect your wealth with BUSD and BGBP stablecoins. I hope I didn't butcher that. The importance of fiat-backed or reserve-backed stablecoins. Now, what does this mean? This is basically, we know that the Genius Act is passed, which is stablecoins. So they put out all this education about stablecoins and what it means. So if you're somebody who's like, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to start with this stuff, Investopedia is free and Binance is free. And they've got all these free articles for you, okay? And again, they make it super easy with the Binance blog, and they've got hundreds of articles on stablecoins, regulations, and anything else you got questions on. So shout out to them. Really quick, some regulatory stuff. That's probably the most important thing of the show. Bernstein says SEC SEC's Project Crypto could rewrite the rules of Wall Street. Rewrite the rules of Wall Street. So basically all this is I'll read you the titty bitties here. So the Project Crypto of the SEC, they want to modernize security regulation. Bernstein calls it the boldest, most transformative crypto vision by sitting SEC chair. Project seeks to reshore innovation and make the U.S. a blockchain financial leader. Most cryptos will not be treated as securities, which is probably the most bullish thing ever. And you guys can thank XRP for that and Ripple. Plans allow tokenized securities under U.S. jurisdiction. This will reduce offshore workarounds. Broker-dealers could offer crypto traditional products under single license. And Project Crypto embraces on-chain financial infrastructure, enabling DeFi platforms 24/7 market instant settlements. And in lieu of this, I love her so much, Miss Pham, they announced the CFTC Crypto Sprint. CFTC launched a crypto sprint to implement Trump administration digital asset recommendations. They're going to be working with the SEC. They're not fighting anymore because in the past, the SEC and the CFTC used to fight. So Atkins and Pierce will work together with the CFTC. White House report made 18 recommendations to the CFTC. CFTC and SEC were instructed to jointly create clear rulemaking, regulatory sandbox, and unifying user interfaces. Report urges Congress to give CFTC clear authority over non-security crypto spot markets. And CFTC says already working on crypto clarity, ending outdated advisories, and exploring 24/7 derivatives trading. So I want to talk to you about something, okay? I need to talk to you guys about something. Well, I'm marking off my list over here. Do you understand what I just read to you? Do you understand how bullish this is? Do you understand what a strong foundation has been set in place for crypto to operate in the United States of America for you to have access? Yeah, I know numbers not going up the way you want it to right now, but guess what? Market doesn't care about you, and it doesn't care about your opinion. Eric, shut up. We know. We know. But again, it was either we get regulation from one entity, or we get banned with the other. Oh, also too, China did not ban Bitcoin again. Eric's a crabby old man. He is. Yes, regulations are bearish long-term for crypto, but in the short term for crypto, they're good because under the previous administration, we would have been banned and not been able to do anything. But moral of the story is we have to have some sort of compromise. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And I know it's not fun, but at the end of the day, we have a level playing field foundation. Wow, I've got so many people over here. Okay. Well, not a level playing field, but we have rules now. We're moving forward. Okay, we're moving forward. So, is this bullish long term? In the long short term, yes. And that's all that it matters. We're bearish short term, bearish long term because like regulations and stuff, but at the end of the day, what are you going to do? But we're going to have a bull market. We are in a bull market. Things are just mellowing out. Anyways, I'm sending you all love and light. I am bearish short term, bullish mid, long term, bearish, long term. I know, Eric. Anyways, no, you're right. Long-term regulations are not good for crypto because crypto was created to thrive in a true decentralized economy. But at the end of the day, we don't get to pick and choose what we want to do. That's not the way the governments work. That's not the way the banks work. You really thought that they were going to come in? I know you read charts. Anyways, I'm sending you all love and light. I'm out because I got to do my second media piece and I got to do my news media piece and I got to go get stuff ready for the day. Bye-bye, babies. Bye, my loves.